que tu quer lazer. A 180 por hora no grau de XT. Já que tu quer adrenalina, já que tu quer lazer. A 180 por hora no grau de XT.
Everyone, this is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on my video. And I came in today with a little bit of word on the street. Y'all, this first story up, when I read it, I was like, no, this cannot be true. But it is Ann Coulter and Jimmy Walker. Now, y'all might know Jimmy Walker from Good Times. He played JJ. Y'all, the rumor is out that him and Ann Coulter are dating. Now, you know, Ann Coulter is this conservative commentator. She's written books. She goes on all these talk shows and, you know, talks about the Republicans and, you know, how much she loves them. And she's a staunch Republican. And Jimmy Walker, I guess, has conservative leanings. From what I read, he was not a big supporter of President Obama, kind of talked down on him a couple times. But y'all, this relationship is, oh my God, Jimmy Walker and Ann Coulter. Child, I didn't even know she liked black people. But what happened is Norman Lear, who was the creator of Good Times and a whole bunch of really good popular shows back in the 70s and 80s, and I think even into the 90s. He's, you know, broke the news and said that, you know, he had gone to dinner with them and that surprisingly Ann Coulter is a really sweet girl and all of this crap. Y'all, I can't even believe this. And the rumor is that this is not something new, that these two may have been dating as far back as 2013. Oh my God, this is too much, y'all, too much. I was like, what the fuck? Y'all, I have heard of swirling, but I would not swirl with Ann Coulter in another life, child. I cannot stand this broad. How did they meet? How did this start? And oh my God, this is crazy. Y'all, I don't know. I don't know. Something about this seems like it could be publicity or I don't know because this is like the oddest couple in history. Like I said, I didn't even know the broad liked black people, let alone would, you know, go to the other side, not how she presents herself on television. Oh, Lord, Lord. Like I said, this is too much, y'all. Too much. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think about this. This is the ultimate swirl craziness, y'all. This done kind of fucked my brain up for a minute here. When I was reading it, I was like, no, no, no. This cannot be true. Well, look, I think she looked like a horse. Sorry, y'all. I just gotta say it. She like a horse and she can have him. I don't know. I know Florida Evans is somewhere like, damn, damn, damn. Y'all, this is crazy. It's crazy. Tell me what y'all think of it down in the comments. Y'all on to the next story because I don't even know what to say about this. So this next story, y'all, is about Mel B. And recently a story came out. And in this story, she was accusing her husband of domestic violence. And, you know, this is nothing new. This is something that a lot of people suspected for quite some time now. From what I'm understanding, and from the things that I've read, when she was doing America's Got Talent, she would show up, according to some sources on the show, with bruises and cuts all over her body. And they said that this happened several times. You know, people would ask her about it, And, she would kind of blow them off and play it down. I even read a story that, she ended up in a hospital a few years ago or something like that. And her sister had begged her, and I guess her family had begged her to leave her husband, because of what was going on. And I guess they got in an argument, Mel still denying that she was being abused. And she stopped talking to her sister. Now, y'all, I had done an entire video about this. And the video that I did focused completely on this subject. And in that video, I had told my own personal story, concerning domestic violence. I actually did the video a couple days ago, and I was just about to upload it. But this video that I did is so personal and exposes a lot about me and what happened to me that I was scared to upload it. Now, the reason why I was afraid is because, like I said, I laid out my story and told everything. And I know that I have family members that watch, and while they knew that there had been something that happened to me, they didn't know the extent of it. And in my video that I did, I explained all of that. Now, I really wanted to put this video out, but again, I'm scared to do it, because when you lay yourself out like that, you're allowing room for criticism, ridicule, and all of that that comes along sometimes when a woman is in an abusive relationship. The question is, why doesn't she leave? Now, right now, from what I'm understanding, Mel B is in a safe place. She's filed a restraining order against her husband, and I guess she will be filing for a divorce or has filed for divorce. And I wanted to talk about that. Now, I'm still deciding what to do with my video. Should I go ahead and let you guys into a very painful time in my life? And I explained in the video that this happened quite some time ago. It's not anything that's recent. But I really feel sorry for Mel B. Having been in that position before in my life, I know what she's going through. And I know, the confusion that is in her head right now. So I want to do something a little different. I want to ask you guys your opinion. Should I upload this video, or should I delete it and not put myself out there like that? In the video, I talked about how it was painful for me to do it, but I thought that it would be a window into what a woman feels when she's going through it, and perhaps some reasons why she doesn't leave. Now, when it was happening to me, there was no financial reason for me to leave. I was working, I had a good job, and all of that. I didn't, quote unquote, need him. The problem was that I was sick and I wanted him. There's a difference between you actually needing the man and you're actually just simply wanting him. So what I'm asking is, I need you guys' opinion. Should I just let this lay, or should I put the video out? And if I put the video out, I guess I open myself up for what comes with it. So just let me know down in the description box. And I would like to also ask you guys to say a few prayers for Mel B. Pray that she has the strength not to go back. She's exposed it to the world now. What is going on with her. She's confirmed everything that everyone feared was happening to her. But let's pray that our girl has the strength to not go back, to take her children, get some help, and stay away from him so she can get better. And with that, y'all, on to the next story. So this last story up, y'all, is about Kendall Jenner. Word on the street is that Pepsi has pulled that commercial. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have all seen the commercial that has sparked all this controversy. Well, in the commercial, Crystal Jenner is in a photo shoot. She notices a nearby protest and decides to join it. Now, after joining the protest, she decides to walk up to one of the officers that are featured in the commercial. And an officer is standing there with a little mean look on his face. And to calm all the tension, she hands him a Pepsi. Now, a lot of people were really pissed off with this commercial. And they got a lot of backlash. Pepsi and Kendall. Now, when I watched the commercial, I was, I'm not going to say outraged, but truly incensed, because the first thing that I noticed once she had given him the Pepsi, is that when they panned out to the crowd, the majority of the crowd were white. I don't even remember seeing any black people in the crowd, to be honest. Now, I'm pretty sure there were, but the first thing I noticed was it was mostly white. And we all know that when we are marching for social issues like that, it is us on the front line. They do not march with us. And that was one of the biggest, gripes that black women had with the march on Washington. A lot of black women were saying, we always march with you guys when you're having an issue, but when our community is having an issue against our people, you never march with us. So that was my first problem with it. My second problem is this: the imagery of them handing a Pepsi to someone minimizes the whole thing about protest. See, when people get out there and protest, for you to get up, get on your clothes, and decide, today I'm going to go stand somewhere with a sign and I'm going to protest something that means so much to me and is so near and dear that it has brought me out of my home. And I'm going to go down there and take a chance on being arrested, pepper sprayed, tear gas, and possibly beaten. And then you have this privileged white girl who knows nothing about the struggles of just everyday person, let alone a black person. To have that imagery of her saving the day with this can of Pepsi and her white ass, it was just too much. It was too much. And then I thought about the men that have lost their lives at the hand of police brutality, like Alton Sterling, Philando Castile, Eric Gardner, and even the people that marched across that Edmund Pettus Bridge back in the day during the Selma March. So in other words, if they had just had a Pepsi and handed it to those police officers, what happened to them would not have happened. That's the part that pisses me off. Because the images that I see, those black and white grainy images of what happened to those people on the Edmund Pettus Bridge, those people were literally beaten like animals. Heads and skulls cracked, old ladies beaten down, holes down. It was just unbelievable. And to minimize that with this, very offensive commercial, what was Pepsi thinking? I thought when they put these types of things together, they have a focus group. And, they run the commercial by the focus group, see how it plays with them. But obviously, if they had a focus group with this, I wonder who made up that focus group. Because like I said, when I first watched it, I got incensed. And I'm pretty sure that if they had some people of color in that focus group, they would have advised them, this may not be the way that you want to go. And then they would have explained why. And also on Kendall Jenner's part, didn't she have people that, sat with her when they were deciding the route that this commercial was going to go? And then, they conferred with her on whether she should do it. Didn't they say, well, this seems not quite right? But see, what it is, it's just like everyone says, they are tone deaf. They're not getting it. They are not getting it. And that's why this commercial was put out. They're not taking what these protesters are doing out there, protesters like Black Lives Matter and all of that, to heart. Also, people felt like Kendall kind of copied um, one of the protesters that had been detained by police by the name of Aisha Evans, because there's a picture out there with an image of Aisha Evans standing toe to toe with the police officer. And they believe that Pepsi kind of copied that image. Now, like I said, Pepsi today, they've pulled that commercial, and they also put out a statement. And I wanted to read that statement that Pepsi put out. Pepsi is saying, Pepsi was trying to project a global message of unity, peace, and understanding. Clearly, we missed the mark and we apologize. We did not intend to make light of any serious issue. We are pulling the content and halting any further rollout. We also apologize for putting Kendall Jenner in this position. I think that was the right move. Like I said, I think when they're thinking up what they want to do with these commercials, they need a diverse focus group. Because when you have a focus group that is made up of, whites, or, they're not getting it. And they're not going to be sensitive to every other ethnicity that is here in America. And that is why that commercial got blasted. People watched that and it made them feel some kind of way. And obviously, when the people and the execs at Pepsi were thinking up the concept of this commercial, and when Kendall Jenner, I don't know why I keep trying to call this girl Crystal, but when Kendall Jenner was agreeing to be in it, they did not see the bigger picture. And for that, it was a major fail. So, y'all, this is the end of the video. And I just wanted to know what you thought about that. Did you notice that if you saw the video, that the majority of the video of the people that were in that audience that cheered after she gave the guy the Pepsi were white? That is not the reality of protests when it comes to like social issues. Normally, it is black and brown people that are protesting. So with that, leave your comments down in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye now.